another episode of Cardboard Craft, because today we're going to be making Wonder Woman's shield to go along with the bracelets that we have already made. So let's get started. Materials. You'll need some black duct tape, some foam, box knife, gold and silver paint, as well as some, wait, never mind. This template, which you can find in the description below, or in the description of our Captain America shield video, because this is the exact same template, as well as some reference images from YouTube, a hot glue gun, and some hot glue. Maybe some other stuff. So I'm not going to take the hassle of filming everything that I do for the first few steps, because they're the exact same as the one in the Captain America shield video. So there will be a link in the description to the Captain America video, and you follow like the first 5 steps or so, or until I duct tape the shield red, and then you can come back to this video. Or if you already know what we did for that, just stay here. Only difference is that you don't need these two parts of the template. So we've got the basic shape, and next you can cover the entire thing in black duct tape. See if I can, whole screen, black. Then, using reference images, as well as some EVA foam, you can create a pattern for this star shape here, around, and then you can also create a little thing for the circle, as well as as well as a pattern for the outside edges, and we'll show you what that looks like before we put it on as well. So this is the basic star pattern. So here is what we have so far of the pattern, just the star. Next I'm going to do the edges, and to do the edges, we're going to come over here. We're going to use our template, and I drew a line down the middle, and then I drew the little thing that goes up and down, and there, you can see that. So I did that, and then I'll cut out one of them. Cut out 40. Oh my, of each of one of this thing right here, and then I'll glue them on all the way around. So yeah, that's gonna take a long time. If that doesn't make sense, you'll see what I mean. So here is the now finished border. As you can see, it just sort of goes up and down, and I used the triangle, as I told you earlier. So I hope that makes sense now. Next we're going to do the little shapey thingies that go in between each of the things that go up and down. So here's the basic shape. Then you can spray paint these little things gold. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Sharpie, a thinner Sharpie than this one, and draw the design that goes like something like this, like 2 V's going upwards. So as you can see here, I've finished the border. I used the black Sharpie to make the little V marks all on these little tiny pieces here. Next, take some poster board. Paper works too. Just poster board is thicker and it's easier to spray paint. Create a triangle pattern to go in between each of the little spaces. Then spray paint them silver and draw the black lines on in accordance with the reference images. So there we go, that's all finished now. As you can see, the little black lines there. Next we'll take some black acrylic paint and do some serious dry brushing. I'm also going to show you guys a new technique. So you take your black acrylic paint, your paintbrush, you dip it in, and then you just paint onto this. Then you take your paper towel and you wipe it off. And in the little areas that you didn't wipe off or whatever, it gives it a really worn effect and it makes it look really nice. And then you could also just take that black that gets onto the paper towel and wipe it anywhere else. And then I'm going to do that for most of it. For the border, I'm also painting black stripes on, because if you look at the reference images, only the edges are gold. So I've finished the black all along the border, as well as the dry brushing in the middle. I say it looks like it has been through a few battles. Next is gold dry brushing. You can do this mostly around the edge here. If you look at some of the reference images, there is a lot of gold dry brushing on the inside as well as the outside of this border. Then use some cardboard to make some handles, which I'll show you when we're done in a second. And yes, use cardboard, don't use duct tape, because I tried to use duct tape for my Captain America shield, and when you do that, it just sort of rips off when you try to hold it. And as soon as somebody told me that cardboard was a good idea, I was like, yep, we're switching. Staying true to the movie, I also made it for my left hand instead of my right. The finished product. So this is probably one of my favorite projects that I've ever done on this YouTube channel, or maybe one of the ones I'm the most proud of. However, there are a few things I would have fixed if I were to do it again, which I'm definitely not going to because this is a lot of work. I would have put the silver circle down first, and also one thing that's a very minor detail is when you look at it from the top, you see all the blue lines from the foam that I used, but other than that, I am super happy with how this came out. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Cardboard Craft, and as always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe!